You really want them back.
Yes, I be with that man. Yes, that man be with me. But are we together? Absolutely not. But can you talk to him? Absolutely not. Do we go together? Absolutely not. Are we together real bad? Absolutely. You know?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Living with the X. Welcome to Living with the X. I'm not your ex, but I'm the X. Now let's get into these reactions.
I don't even care. So weird. Was he alone? No, he was actually with some blonde girl. Oh. Don't even care. So stupid. What did she look like?
I love this video because a lot of people can relate to it. Me personally, I've been in that situation where I've been with a woman that didn't want to communicate with anything she didn't like right there in the moment. She would wait, build up receipts, and then cash them out when things weren't going her way, or she might have had a bad day. 9 times out of 10, when someone gets upset with you, there's things that built up before that. Yes, in relationships, there could be animosity, which is unhealthy. But in this case, it's a skit, but there's a lot of truth to it. So she's making fun of a girl leaving a relationship, still not over it, or she doesn't have closure, and she's still harping over whatever her ex is doing. So ultimately what I would say is she wanted to continuously to be in that relationship, but there was a few things that she wanted to change. I would say in this type of situation, is the grass greener on the other side, or maybe not even that. She probably didn't even want to end the relationship, but it was kind of like an ultimatum type of thing where if you don't fix it, I'm gonna leave, but she really doesn't want to leave. I know a lot of women do that as well, almost like a defense mechanism. Hey, I'm going to leave you if you don't do A, B, and C. But in this case, she really took the L because she really obviously wants to be with the guy, but he's already moved on. So she has to take that L. And the only way to turn an L into something good that's next to a W is a lesson. Turn a loss into a lesson. So what she could learn from this is next time she gets in a relationship and her significant other is doing something that she doesn't want, or she wants to, compromise with, speak there in the moment instead of keeping receipts and waiting and blowing up and then giving ultimatums, which ultimately don't really work. Communication is key, and that's what you could take from this video. It's funny. The girl was cute. Let's go on to the next reaction.
Let's talk about shooting your shot as a woman. I once heard one of my friends say, I would never go up to a guy and shoot my shot. That just seemed very masculine.
It's all in the approach. If a woman comes up to a man, still keeping her feminine qualities and not approaching a man like a man would approach a woman, that's okay. And I don't think that would be considered masculine in any way. Some people might say the act is masculine, but I would beg to differ. Women are very, I would say, calculating in the way they approach things. They analyze things, sometimes too much. However, I think a woman can truly find a way to approach a man subtly, which would be, I would say, pretty sexy. Let's see what else she has to say.
The guy should be the one to approach me, and if he's not, then that's not my man. If he's not comfortable coming up to me, then that's not my man. And although in an ideal world, yes, we would all love that for the right guy, obviously. The times have changed quite a bit. There are tons of really great guys that are afraid to approach women because of the intimidation factor.
This to me is crazy. I remember being like 14, 15 years old, going to the mall, my grandma dropping us off, or the boardwalk, getting dropped off or taking the bus or riding our bikes down there. And the first thing we wanted to do was holler at all the fine girls that we could find. So I guess I grew up in an era where we weren't afraid to go up to females. And if we got rejected, it was part of growing up. It was a part of that rite of passage for manhood. But nowadays with social media and guys being able just to click left or right and try to find a girl and not having to go up to them and talk to them and not even know a girl's name. Back in the day, we called that spin game. You don't got to do that no more. It's just left or right, which is kind of sad. And I feel like that's where the intimidation factor gets multiplied. Because when I was younger and I had to go up to females, not knowing their name, not knowing if they were even going to acknowledge me. So I would say in that case, you didn't just get rejected. You didn't even get the opportunity to get rejected. There's levels to this, right? There's like, oh, ew, get away from me. And then there's, she's going to pretend like you didn't approach her to begin with. So a lot of these guys that have only dated on social media don't have that to reference to. Trust me, I do. So the intimidation factor that this girl is talking about is definitely real. And I feel bad for women because I feel like there's an opportunity cost, and rejection is the bouncer, like at a club. If you're not willing to go up to a female, you shouldn't get the opportunity cost to talk to her. That's my personal belief. Maybe I'm too harsh. Let's see what else she has to say.
Because what if he gets shut down because he doesn't want to come off as the creep that approaches everyone? And then on the flip side of that, there are so many guys, F-boys, if you will, who will approach any woman so comfortably, like that suave guy that is just going to go up to any girl that he finds attractive because why not? I just think that nowadays everyone is so scared to make the first move because no one wants to be vulnerable. I think that's why a lot of people stay single. If you're a woman and you are scared to come off as masculine and you don't want to make the first move, hear me out. Women have a higher percentage success rate hitting on a man than a man hitting on a woman. If you see something you like, go for it. Who cares? I'm not saying that you have to come in with a smooth pickup line or you have to do the most, you have to buy them a drink. Like, no, please don't do that. Men still want to feel like they got you, like they pulled you. They have this hunter mentality that's bred within them. So if you're leading with your BDE, your cojones, calm the fuck down. And trust me, I get it. I used to lead with my BDE very much in my masculine, although it attracted a lot of bitch boys.
I might be showing my age on this one, but I gotta ask y'all in the comments, what is a bitch boy? Females, dudes, let me know. Put me up on game because I've never even heard the concept. F-boy, I've heard that definitely. But B-boy, unless you breaking some dance moves and popping locking, I have no idea what you talking about. Let me know.
I now realize the proper way to go about hitting on a guy. Drop the hint and let them take the lead. I'll go about this in two ways. Number one, I will either compliment something that they have on or ask them a question about something that they have on. So I'm a big shoe person. So if I see someone and that I really like their shoes, I'll be like, hey, I really like those shoes. Where did you get them? And then they now have the opportunity to say, I got them here. This is what they're called. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and walk away if he's not interested. If he's interested, he's going to continue talking to you. It's very simple. Number two, I will simply just say, hey, wave at them maybe, if they're too far. Here's the thing, you gotta turn around, walk away, let them chase you. You have made it very fucking clear that you're interested. So if they want you, they will pursue. Adding a third one just because I just thought about this, but men like to feel like they are able to help you. Ask them a small favor. At a bar, for example, ask them to save you the seat and run to the bathroom. They now have this time that you're running to the bathroom to decide whether or not they like you. As you return, you now can just say, hey, thank you for holding this seat for me. That is a conversation starter. He's going to feel good that he helped you out. He's going to feel like he wants to talk to you. And if he's not interested, that is what it is. Keep it moving. It doesn't have to be this scary, intimidating thing. It's not the end of the world if they reject you. Someone has to make the first move. Do you want to stay single or do you want to be intentional and go after what you want? Let's talk about shooting your shot.
She has some really good concepts and some really good ideas, and I like the way she broke everything down. When it comes to her personally, we didn't get to see her whole body, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was built like that. She looked like she had some type of Latina in her and looked like she didn't need no BBL. Looked like she was all natural. And I'm pretty sure there's some dudes in the comments that would say they would knock the
dust off that pussy.
The original move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
I still can't believe she got famous off of just talking about doing that thing and not actually doing the act. That just shows life on easy mode. Hopefully she did something good with her money. But I would tell women this. Guys love to take these type of women for a test drive, but they don't like to purchase the vehicle. Meaning they'll have fun, and that might be a girl you hang out with during her hot girl summer. But when it comes to really being with someone in longevity, this is not the type of girl that guys want, because they're afraid that she's going to give that Hawk Tua to the neighbor or to the pool boy or when she goes on her next girls trip. So, lady in the street and a freak in the bed, it's an old saying, but it's a new principle. Let's keep it moving. These type of girls will have you Twitter page.
Well, what's the matter with them? Why are they acting that way?
Why, don't you know? They're Twitter-pated.
Twitter-pated?
Yes. Nearly everybody gets Twitter-pated in the springtime.
Why every time you take a man off the streets and clean him up, everybody want him? We trying to mind our business, grow our little family, and get rich. We trying to live, baby. Ain't nothing gonna break us up. I'm trying to...
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.
grow my edges. And y'all interfere with my relationship. My man ain't going nowhere. Where you going, baby?
Nowhere. So y'all need to stop hating and mind our business, because I take care of this lady with my disability check.
Hey, say it again, baby.
With my disability check.
So stop being miserable and mind your own business, because I got me a man. I am very lucky. He's strong. Who's the?
I'm the man.
You heard him. And we be ready on the 1st every month, sitting at the bank. Say them again. They need to stop doing what, baby?
Hating.
He needs to leave that dope alone.
This one had me dying. I was looking at him like, is he comatose? Is that boy even alive? One of those ones where you like poke him. And then don't get me started on her. That's crazy. Baby, I'm going to tell you, you don't got to let nobody know that you don't want your man took, because you're going to be sitting in that parking lot and nobody's coming for that interception. You good. But this shit was hilarious. I'm surprised there's not a gang of sound bites just off these two alone. Maybe I'm wrong.
And okay, I'm pregnant and I don't know if the baby belongs to my husband or his best friend. So I've been married for 6 years to my husband. I met my husband at a party. In that same party, I also met my husband's best friend. So my husband's best friend was the one that initially started talking to me, and we became good friends. Let's call the best friend Jose. Me and him got along really, really well, and so about a month later, he calls me up and he's like, hey, I'm about to have a party at my house. Do you want to come? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go through. So pretty much at the party, that's when me and my husband actually started to talk more. And at the end of the night, he offered me a ride home, and I was like, sure. And I'm not going to lie, at first, I was really feeling Jose, but then when I met my husband and started talking to him, well, my feelings just shifted. A couple months later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes. And then about a year later, he proposed to me, and then we ended up getting married. Now, my husband works out of town, so he is only home about 5 days in 1 month. When he's home, his best friend always comes around. His best friend, Jose, is now married, and he comes around with his wife. One night, they were over, and we were all drinking. We were eating dinner. Till this day, I'm a lightweight. When they leave, my husband then tells me that he felt that I was flirting with Jose, and he asked me if I liked him. I was tipsy, but I was like, no, I don't fucking like him.
The hood nigga lie detected the test.
My husband proceeds to say that he wouldn't even be mad like that if I try to get with Jose.
He needs to leave that dope alone.
He told me I should try to hook up with him. He told me he felt really bad because he was always working out of town, so we never really had a lot of time, me and him, and so I was always lonely, and that I should get what I need from another man. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I went to sleep, and I stayed with that thought in my head. I didn't bring anything up anymore. He ends up leaving back to work, and then the next time he came over, of course, Jose came over. But this time Jose came by himself. He didn't come with his wife. He said his wife was with her mom. And my husband gets a call, and it's from his mom. She needs him to go over there because she needs help with something. He said, I'm gonna be right back. He leaves Jose in the house with me. Jose starts offering me beers because we were already drinking, so I was like, alright, whatever, I'll get a beer. Me and him started talking, and we had a lot of things in common. We were remembering things from the past, and we were laughing. He kept offering more drinks. When we were talking, Jose ends up telling me that he was in love with me since the first time he saw me, but he backed off when he saw me more interested in his friend. And when he's telling me this, he's getting closer to me, and he kisses me. I don't know how to explain it, but one thing led to another, literally, and we ended up getting intimate.
What the fuck? What?
On the couch, bitch, on the couch. I felt horrible afterwards. I told him he should leave, and he did leave. And he was like, let's just not say nothing about this to no one. And I was like, yes. When he left, I did feel like I had some repressed feelings for him, and I kept thinking about it that whole entire night. Next day, he texts me, and he's like, hey, can you meet me at this place? I need to talk to you about what happened yesterday. I agree, and I get in his truck, and one thing led to another, and we ended up doing it again. So this time we were like, no, yeah, this gotta stop. Like, I don't know, this is bad. This shouldn't be happening. 3 days later, my husband leaves. Throughout these 3 days, we did it a couple of times. 2 months go by and I don't get my period. I take a pregnancy test and it's fucking positive. Oh, I don't know what to do because I don't know whose baby this is, and I don't even know if I should say anything to my husband. And I feel horrible and I feel guilty. But he's the one that kept pushing me, and he's the one that told me that I should get with Jose. And what did I do? I got with Jose. At this point, if I say something, it's gonna ruin Jose's marriage and my marriage. So I'm thinking I should just not say anything at all and just make my husband think it's his baby. It was his fault for pushing me to go with Jose. I am very lost, so if you guys have any advice for me, please leave it down in the comments. This confession was sent by one of my viewers, and I thank you for your cheese, my girl. And of course, as usual, this is 100% anonymous.
This girl is all over the place. Me personally, I would never let anyone crack my wife. I don't care if I'm gone for a year. I'm not playing. I'll take her with me. If my wife goes to the chiropractor, I don't know if I could sit well with that knowing another nigga is cracking that back. You feel me? I'm just saying. I'm keeping it 100. But I'm a bad detective, so I'm about to solve this case first day on the job. She's afraid to tell her husband that she's pregnant because he gave her permission, if he did, allegedly gave her permission to smash Jose. Why can't she talk to him now that she's pregnant? The reason is because she did not use protection, and that was probably something they had a conversation about. And with her being drunk and one thing led to it. Why do people always say that one thing led to another? No, started a fire down there and Jose came and put that fire out. That's what happened. So that's why she's afraid to tell her husband, because she didn't use protection. He's going to be mad. You have to tell him. Man, and Jose in trouble. Jose might be getting a divorce. So unless y'all want a throuple, is that what they call it? A throuple? Yeah, Jose gonna need a place to live. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. I said I was a good detective. I didn't say I was a miracle worker. I don't think I could save Jose. But maybe you can, baby. All right, good luck to you. Tell your husband what happened. Y'all figure it out. Man, let's get to the next reaction. Woo! For the first day, this is getting hot.
When a 60-year-old billionaire was asked how he became one, he said, rule number one, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. Rule number two, forget about the girls and focus on one woman. She'll help you achieve everything. Rule number three, you will never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You will only be criticized by someone who is doing less than you. Rule number four, a winner is just a loser who tried one more time. Rule number five, people get really mad when you don't let them use you. Rule number six, never post your achievements. Post stupid stuff and jokes so they'll think you have no future. People hate progress. Rule number seven, when you become lazy, it's disrespectful to those who believe in you. Rule number 8, 6 months of hard work, consistency, focus, and discipline can change your life forever. If you're not following, you're probably never going to see us again. If you are, then congratulations, you're growing every day.
This last video, dear to my heart. It really hit the heartstrings. I'm telling you, when you have somebody in your corner, it means a lot. So that's why I wanted to leave on a positive note. I want you to come back. I had a really good time. And when you're living with the ex, I want you to feel good. Number 7 really stood out to me. When you have people in your corner that are really pushing you to be the best version of yourself unconditionally, that's rare. A lot of people don't get that. Me personally, I've been blessed to have a lot of good friends in my life. I am even best friends still to this day with a friend that I met in kindergarten. To this day, I don't know too many people that have that in their life. So I'm blessed. That alone is worth a lot of money. I don't even think you could put a price on it, really. There's people that I know that don't have anyone. So if you have someone in your life that you care about and that you love, tell them you love them. And tell them you learned it from your ex. I'm just joking. But no, seriously. Anyone in your corner right now to this day, after you watch this episode, pick up the phone, tell them you love them. All right. Until next time, when you're living with the ex.